Hello, fellow and future weirdos of the flock. Welcome to my party pen where we have good time telling Bible stories, which is so fucking fun. I get so excited about this because the Bible is so funny. Like it is, I don't know. Some people say, as a matter of fact, I heard this morning they somebody said the children shouldn't read the Bible because there's a lot of sex. I think sex, like love scenes, is the only thing the Bible doesn't have. Not exactly though. The story of Judith, that uh that is an actual love story, but there's no sex. There's not a lot of sex, and really they don't even mention sex. They just say, go into her, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, the Bible has everything else, and it's so fucking funny. Listen, this Bible is awesome. So, press the like button, grab you some Keep Other People Alive juice right there. So, grab you some, keep your shoes on, and have a seat, and let's get ready. Let's get ready. So we left off the other 9 brothers. The 9 older brothers sold Jacob into slavery. For some reason, they sold him into slavery. And then Jake's wife died. And then he took he took a wife for his older son. Her name was Tamar. But the oldest son pissed God off, and God was like, you're dead. So then Judah goes to the second son, Onan. Onan the Great. Did you listen to that song? Listen to that song. It's so fucking funny. So Onan's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to hump lady, make baby. I don't want to. I'm gay. So he gets forced into having sex with this woman. But as he's doing it, he's like, pull out the game, very strong. And then God was like, fuck your pull out game, and killed him. And then Judah was like, okay, let my youngest son live a little bit, and then he can marry you. Go to your dad's house and chill. So she went to her dad's house and chilled. Then Judah's wife died, okay, and he needed to be comforted, so he went to some sheep. Now, his youngest son is older now, so he went to some sheep to be comforted. And then Tamar heard about it, so she dressed like a hose bag and was like, the hose bag. And Judah was like, I love this hose bag. And then he was like, what do you want? I'll give you goats. And I'll give you goats. I'll be right back. And she's like, no, no, no. If you want to do this, you got to give me everything you have. So he gave her everything he had. And he did the bomb diggity. And she got pregnant. And then some people came to Judah and was like, das Hosback pregnant. And Jake was like, burn her alive. And she was like, no, thank you. All your stuff. I'm pregnant. So then he's like, I'm an asshole. I just got trolled by a hoe. Listen. So that's what happened in chapter 37 and 38. So I'm Nikki K. And if you're interested in hearing I am Nikki K the Great, and if you are interested in hearing the rest of the story of Jake and his brothers, please join me. Press the like button, stop in the kitchen, get Keep Other People Alive juice, and then peck Larry the lizard guy and get him ready to go on this journey. Keep your shoes on because we are about to go on this journey. But give me one. Did you take your medicine? I know it's late as fuck. Did you take it? Good job. All right. I have to pause for a second because my eyes are hurting very bad. And I'm supposed to be wearing this eye patch. So I should probably put it on before I start reading. I'm going to be a butt pirate for the rest of the story. Just so you know. My eyes hurt really bad, though, for real. So I will be right back with an eye patch. Ta-da! I am today's master butt pirate. My eyes hurt so bad, though, for real. So, we are on chapter 39. How? I can't see. Okay. So, and Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, I can't. An officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, brought him out of the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down. And the Lord was with Joseph. And he was a prosperous man. He was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all he did to prosper in his hand. And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and made him overseer of his house, and all that he had he put into his hand. Who is he and who is him? And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer of his house, and all that he had he put into his hand. And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer in his house and over all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of the Lord was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. I feel like God might be blessing me like that, kind of. Or I'm about to die soon. Something is happening. Okay. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not aught he had. See, what the fuck does that mean? He knew not aught he had. He knew not aught he had. What? Save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person, and he was well favored. And it came to pass after these things that the master's wife cast her eyes upon Joe, and she said, "Hey, little guy, you're sexy. Come party with me." And Joe was like, no, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Do you know who you are? Do you know who he is? Are you kidding me? He would kill me every day. He would bring me back to life just to kill me. No. Oh, I didn't read this before. And not only that, but God, have you met him? I met that guy once. I'm not doing it. Not happening. And as she spoke to Joseph day by day, that he hearkened unto her to lie by her or to be with her. So come be with me, you sexy little motherfucker. And he was like, not touching you with a slave's dick. Not happening. And it came to pass about this time, Joseph went into the house to do his business, and there was none of the men. There was no men with him. And she caught him by his garments, saying, "Come get with me. I'm so wet." Okay? And he like spun out of the way, and she kept it. His garment fell off, and she kept it. And then she was like, "Oh, he left some shit." And then she called me too. See, this is, I feel like this is me too, right here. She gets mad that he told her no, so she claims rape. It's just like when a girl tells a guy no, she's automatically a bitch, right? Oh, fuck this bitch, man, right? Because she told him no. Like calling her name is gonna get her to sleep with you because that works, right? And then this here, he's like, eh, and she's like, rape, because that's what bitches be doing, right? And mm, and it came to pass when he heard me screaming, he jetted. So she kept this shit like a creepy stalker bitch, and then showed it to her husband. And he got mad as fuck. Like, he was like, this bitch, this guy no good. So he grabbed Joe and threw him into the jail. And, like, he threw him into jail, and there was a lot of prisoner guards there. But uh, the Lord was with Joe and showed him mercy and gave him favor in the sight of the prison warden. And so the warden gave Joseph, what the fuck is that called? Where you're a prisoner, but you're still like allowed to do stuff. Oh, there's a name for it. I never made it that far up the ladder, but there is a name for it. Uh, trustee. I never made it that far in jail, but they're called trustees. So Joe is the first trustee. And then the keeper of the prison looked not unto anything that was under his hand, because the Lord was with him. And that which he did, the Lord made it to prosper. Okay. So Joe was like super trusty, right? Okay. So we're pausing right here. I can't see. Okay. So we're at 15 minutes and some odd seconds. 16. Okay. So we're going to pause right here. We're going to get a refill. We're going to go pee. Try not to take forever in the bathroom. There's only one. There's only one bathroom. So we're going to go pee. We're going to get a refill. We're going to repack Larry to go on this journey. And then we're going to come back for chapter 40. Don't forget to get a refill. Okay. So, chapter 40. All right. Chapter 40. So, are you ready? Got everything? Got everything? Okay. Okay. And it came to pass after these things that the butler of the KOE and his baker have offended their lord, the KOE. Okay. So I thought KOE, King of Egypt, was different than the Pharaoh. I thought they were two different people. Apparently, they are the same person. He goes by both KOE and Pharaoh. Apparently, Pharaoh is the name that the king is to be called, or whatever. I don't fucking know. But apparently, they're the same person. If I am wrong, please feel free to fill me in the comments. Make sure to comment on the video, like and subscribe. Okay. So they pissed off the guy, and he was mad as fuck. So he threw them in the jail, the butler and the baker. And where Joseph was, so they put him in the Joseph section. And the captain of the guard charged Joseph with them, and he served them. And they continued a season in ward. Okay. So Joseph is the trustee, and he's in charge of this pod. That's what they call the different sections in the prison, pods. So Joseph was in charge of the pod that these guys were in. And Joseph came to do the morning count and looked at them, and they was crestfallen. They was like, totally. And he was like, the fuck, yo. And they was like, bad dreams. And Joe was like, didn't want to tell me about it. And they was like, we don't know what it means. It's just a dream. And Joe's like, I can tell you. And they was like, okay. So the butler went first. And he said, in my dream, there was a vine. And in the vine were 3 branches. And it was as though it budded and her blossoms shot forth, and the clusters thereof brought forth ripe grapes. And Pharaoh's cup was in my hand, and I took the grapes and pressed them into Pharaoh's cup. and I gave the cup to Pharaoh. So really, the Pharaoh's only drinking grape juice. He's not even drinking wine. He's drinking grape juice. Because if it's ripe grapes and he's pressing them into the cup, that's not wine. And Joseph said to him, "This is what it means. The 3 branches are 3 days. Within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up your head and restore you to your place. And then you can give the Pharaoh his cup again, just like before. But think on me when it shall be well with you, and shew kindness." Okay, this is SHEW. I don't know what that means, but it's saying shew kindness. Listen, I'm telling you, make mention of me and bring me out of this house. For indeed, I was stolen from the land of the Hebrews. So, do you know what your race is? Like, are you a Hebrew? Or are you just from the land of Hebrews? Well, your mother is Aramean and your father is part Chaldean. Well, actually, it's all Chaldean. So you're Chaldean and Aramean, and you live with the Hebrews. And there also have I done nothing that they would put me into the dungeon. When the chief baker saw that the interpretation was good, he was like, "All right, can I tell you mine now?" And Joe was like, okay. And he said, "I had 3 white baskets on my head, and in the uppermost basket there was all manner of baked meats. And the birds did eat them out of the basket upon my head." And Joe said, "The baskets are 3 days, and within 3 days the Pharaoh will lift up your head and hang it on a tree, and the birds will eat your flesh." That's fucked up. Listen, that's fucked up. "And it came to pass the 3rd day, which was Pharaoh's birthday, he made a feast for all of his servants, and he lifted up the head of the chief butler and the chief baker among his servants, and gave the butler his job back, and he hanged the chief baker. Joseph had interpreted to them. Oh, like Joe had said, yet the chief butler did not say shit about Joe. That's straight fucked up, right? 41 is long as fuck. Okay. We're going to end right there. So, listen, it's Monday, your trash is out, and no, it's Tuesday. Trash already came. Never mind. Uh, there is no dishes because the kids didn't come. So there's no dishes dirty. So you got one load of laundry left. So just get that out of the way. And then watch something about the Marilyn Manson. Look, this Marilyn Manson thing. This shit's fake as fuck. And this Rammstein thing, listen, it's fake as fuck. Listen, I don't even know what the Rammstein lady is even saying. Like, it seems like he didn't want to have sex with her. So, just like in this book, he didn't want to have sex with her and she claimed rape. It's the Rammstein thing. I can't believe I didn't notice that before, but I just thought of it just now. The Rammstein shit is just like this Joe and thing. But at least people are investigating the Rammstein thing because they didn't investigate this Joseph thing. They just believed all women and it turned out to be fake. So that's what I think about the Marilyn Manson and Rammstein thing. And the Jordy, I think Jordy from Marilyn Manson also, that shit also seems kind of fake. Like, I don't exactly know, something about dresses and makeup or something. I don't know. But it just seems like maybe he broke up with her and she got mad. So, whatever. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching and hanging out with me and listening. We only got one load of laundry left. And I said I was going to do this yesterday, but I didn't. It's the kitchen rags. So let's go get those out of the way. And then we're fucking done. And the house is pretty much clean. I just got to pick up a few things in here and vacuum. But other than that, I think the house is actually put together, except for the dining room, because Dustin hasn't figured out what to do with the garage. I don't know. That's his shit. But anyway, the rest of it's pretty much done. And that. And we did it together. Oh, thank you. Digital high five. Fuck yeah, we did it. Anyway. I love you. Thank you for watching and thank you for helping me clean my house this week. I appreciate it. I love you. Have the greatest day ever. Keep your nose down, your shoes tied. No. Keep your head down, keep your nose clean, and your shoes tied. Don't get ready. Stay ready. Love you. Bye.